Thank you for joining SeniorLivingGuide.com podcast. I am Darlene with SeniorLivingGuide.com. We are a national reach senior housing and resource website. We help connect seniors and their caregivers with the best solutions in senior housing, including assisted living, independent living, and home health. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we have Dr. Pam and Janet in the house. Dr. Tronetti, is an osteopathic physician who specializes in geriatrics. Janet Rooks is a social worker and a dementia care specialist. They work together at the Parrish Senior Consultation Center, where they focus on the care of patients and dementia. Dr. Tronetti is the Director of Aging Services at Parrish, and Janet Rooks coordinates Parrish Senior Solutions, which provides education, resources, and support for seniors and caregivers. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Great to be here.
We're so excited to have you. So we're going to talk a little bit today about things you should know about vitamins, supplements, and over-the-counter medications. So this is going to be a really interesting episode because I think a lot of people think that vitamins are just vitamins, but they're really not. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm excited to kind of get started and dig into this SeniorLivingGuide.com episode. So let's talk a little bit about medications. We'll start on that, the over-the-counter medications. So what do you think people need to know about that?
I think first and foremost, you got to know, what are you taking?
Right.
What are the ingredients in this over-the-counter cold medicine or laxative? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times you have the brand name and then you have the Walgreens, CVS, Walmart brands. Mm-hmm. So people will come in and say, well, I'm taking this. It's the Walgreens brand. Well, what's in it? Well, I don't know. Well, what is it? Well, I don't know. Well, it makes a difference. So read the ingredients. It'll be about a mile long, mm-hmm. but then ask the pharmacist or somebody who works there, say, what is this? Mm-hmm. What is it? It's a laxative. Well, is it a stool softener? Is it a stimulant laxative? Is it a fiber? Mm-hmm. Know what you're putting in your body.
Right. Exactly. Okay. That's really cool. So is there a difference between sometimes a brand name and, the brand name of the specific pharmacy? Mm-hmm. I mean, does that make a difference?
I got to tell you, is there a difference between brand name toilet paper and generic toilet paper? They still do the same job,
right,
don't they?
Right.
But, maybe the brand name might be a little bit better for you.
Okay.
What we usually tell people is, if I recommend a new over-the-counter, try the brand name first. Mm-hmm. If the brand name works, then try the generic and see if the generic works just as well for you. If it does, great, you're saving some money. If it doesn't, then at least okay, the brand name does work. Maybe a different brand, a competing brand would work. If you just try a generic one and it doesn't work, you don't know if every other brand of it is going to work or not.
Right. Yeah. So it might be worth it just to spend a few extra bucks and get the brand name. So, but talking to when you go into the CVS or the Walgreens or, potentially even a Target that has the pharmacy, you can always ask. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean, that's what they're there for, not just to hand you your prescriptions, but they know a lot about the over-the-counter as well. Mm-hmm.
Your personal pharmacist actually they would rather spend time working with you and helping you. Mm-hmm.
So even if you go in and you have a cold or you need a laxative or some of these things, before you even pick it up, maybe ask them for a recommendation. Is that something you might?
You can do that. Mm-hmm.
So they might give you some good pointers on what might be your best fit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's important, too, to let them know what, if you're hypertensive, if you've got some medical conditions, because if you say you're going in for some sinus medication or something like that, it's important for them to know if you're on any medications that could interact with it. It is very important for that. Mm-hmm.
And again, that comes back to your personal pharmacy. I always like for folks to make a one-stop shop and have that personal connection with the pharmacist who knows you, who knows your medicines.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because when you're going to different places and you don't know the people behind the counter, then you're talking to different people, especially if you're picking up prescriptions at different places. So if you're getting all your prescriptions at one place and you're getting your vitamins and you get to know the people behind the counter, you're going to have a more consistent service, and then also probably better help when you do need that help, because they have everything at one spot.
Right. And they might say, hey, wait a minute. I see that you get a prescription from a kidney specialist. If you have kidney problems, you should not take this supplement or vitamin or over-the-counter pill. Talk to them first, and they might really save your life.
Yeah. So speaking of that, so vitamins. So you just said vitamins. So you can even talk to them about a vitamin.
Yes, you can.
Because that's actually, we've talked about this in other podcasts, that vitamins are medication per se.
They can be, yes, because they're coming into your body, they're affecting your system, and they can interfere with your medications. It could thin your blood, it could do whatever, and it can interfere with your medications.
Right.
We love alternative medicine and supplements and vitamins and things. There's a lot of healing out there without a prescription, but you want to do it smart.
Right. And you can take too many vitamins. You can overdose your body, right, on one type of medication, like too much of one thing. Sometimes too much of a thing is
too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good thing, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely. And we've seen people come in with, because Dr. Pam wants to see the medication when they come in. And we look at it annually as well, or if there's been a change in their medical condition. So we ask them to bring their meds in. They'll come in shopping bags. I mean, literally shopping bags or boxes of this. And those supplements are so important. I'll ask them, bring your supplements, bring your over-counter meds. And it's amazing what people are taking. I mean, really. And it's not necessary that you go out here and buy the most expensive, but buy quality vitamins or supplements. Also, make sure that you know what you're putting into your body. And it could interfere with the absorption of your prescriptions, or it could interfere with a medical condition that you're having. Or it could just be that it's not even absorbing into your body because you're taking too much of it.
Right. That's way too much of a good thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So when you're talking to your pharmacist, you can talk to him about the vitamins and say, hey, he can look on the chart that when you're getting all your prescriptions, and you can tell him, I'm also taking sinus medication, and then I also want to get this vitamin D. I'm using this as an example. Well, this vitamin D that I feel like I need will work well with the sinus medication and the list of prescriptions that I already have on the computer that you can see. Will this be okay for me? And he will be a good judge of that, typically.
You said something that's really interesting. I feel like I need.
What?
You said, I'm going to take this vitamin D. I feel like I need.
Right.
It's important to talk to your doctor, talk to somebody to find out if, in fact, you do need it.
Right.
Excuse me. That, you may just be taking it because your neighbor's taking it.
Right.
Or you've read it in a magazine, and you can't pick up a magazine or any type of written material anywhere that there's not a whole list of everything to take. You turn on the talk shows, it's all there. So make sure you're talking to your doctor about what you're going to try to put into your body.
Right.
Because you may not need it.
Right. Especially if you're taking a daily. Because that daily may be everything that you need. So you don't need something different.
It might be. And vitamins are usually pretty straightforward, but a lot of the supplements are combinations of things. And a lot of people take them because they think they need it for the wrong reason, or somebody on TV said it was a good idea. And it kind of reminds me of that old joke about, why do you wear that necklace? So it keeps tigers away. Well, there are no tigers here. Well, it must be working then, huh?
Right.
So people will come and they'll line up, this is my liver one and my pancreas one and my kidney one, but you don't have problems with those. See?
Yeah.
But the supplements, there's a list of ingredients a mile long.
Yes, this is true.
And a lot of times there's things that are herbs that, unless you have some knowledge really about, what does this herb do? What could it possibly do? What interactions they are there? You really don't know what you're putting in your body.
And you spend a lot of time looking up those.
Yes,
she
we do.
really does. I mean, they'll come in and say, can I take this? well, let me look it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like she's sending a message, call them and say, nah, probably not,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it'll interfere with this medication and that, or, well, yeah, it may be okay.
Mhm.
But, she does look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a matter of, go ahead.
My favorite place to look things up is called supplementpolice.com.
Okay.
And you can put any supplement, name of an herb in there, and they will tell you what studies were done, how effective, anything else about that. And there's tons of similar supplement explainers.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good website. Thank you for sharing that with us. Because I do know that when people start having like ailments, like, oh, I have, inflammation, or I have this, or I have that, it becomes a topic over dinner. And so, oh, well, Mrs. Jones is taking XYZ supplement for her, soreness or whatever. So I'm going to run out and I'm going to get some of that. So really, you should talk to your doctor before you do that, because you may be on something that's already helping or should be helping, but it also may interact with their prescription medication that they're already currently on. So talk to your doctor about that. And then also, if you're going in just getting like regular, calcium or something like that, you might still want to talk to your pharmacist. So double check, make sure on both ends. Is that kind of what, if I'm hearing right? Okay.
Exactly.
So I don't want to quote anything, incorrectly. So, but checking with your physician before really starting anything is the key.
Yeah, it kind of scares me, because when I go to prescribe something, the first thing patients ask are, well, what are the side effects and will it interact? And I answer those questions. But somebody's trying to sell you something that's going to make you younger and taller and smarter and faster, and people just buy it and take it.
Yeah.
Or give you a whole lot of energy.
That's
everybody
the scariest one.
wants everybody wants that energy.
Yeah.
And a lot of those that have the energy, what are they full of?
Caffeine and blood thinners, natural blood thinners.
Yeah, absolutely. And those are never good. Anytime I've taken anything that's, energy, it's like having way too much coffee. So it's not good for you.
No.
Yeah. And there's like 17 different names of for caffeine. And so you don't know that, this is actually a hidden name for coffee, like sugar.
Yeah.
They hide that
Exactly.
name.
Yeah. Yeah. That's never good. No, you just need to get some natural energy by eating healthy and exercise.
And
There
getting
we
a good night's
go.
sleep. Getting a good night's sleep as well.
And speaking of sleep, seniors definitely have issues with getting sleep. We all do as we start getting older. It's a terrible thing, and I don't know why it happens. Maybe that will be another podcast that we do. But so what do they turn to? Sleep aids.
I need a sleeping pill.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, and let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
There are chemical changes that happen. There's a change in melatonin in your brain as you get older. That's why kids sleep so deep. You can carry them from the car into the house and tuck them in. They don't wake up.
I'm so jealous.
I totally, I know. And those good old falling asleep in the back seat of the car on the way home from the drive-in days.
In their stroller,
Can't beat
they
'em.
can just you walk them through the mall and they're just snoozing away. Yeah.
But yeah, as we get older, it's like work. Everything's work. It's an effort.
Yeah.
Janet works with our sleep lab.
Yeah, I work a lot real close with the sleep lab at Parrish.
Okay.
And they are trained in helping someone get natural sleep, sleep. They give tips on how to sleep healthy.
They call it sleep hygiene.
Yeah, I love that word, sleep hygiene. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark. Make sure it's dark.
Yes.
TV gone. People don't want to hear that.
People do not want to hear
People
that.
do not want to get rid of their TV in their bedroom. And, they say that the bed is for sleep and sex. That's what the bed's for. Also, no children sleeping in the bed with you. And I know this is going to be stepping on some toes, but your pets shouldn't be sleeping with you because they can interfere with your sleep.
They're bed hogs.
They are.
Yeah.
And, and they get up when you shouldn't be getting up. Also, make sure that you go to bed every night the same time and you're getting up the same time every morning. And there's actually some foods that will help you sleep better. The old cliche of a warm glass of milk will help you sleep. Well, I'm not going to drink warm milk unless it's got hot chocolate in it or something like that. And that's not going to be for bedtime because that's got caffeine in it.
Right.
But, a bowl of cereal.
Oh.
There's actually a milkshake that I have the recipe that I got from them. But, don't go to bed hungry. A little snack.
I have definitely learned that because you'll wake up in the middle of the night, and I don't eat in the middle of the night.
No.
But I will literally wake up and just power through a miserable night to avoid eating in the middle of the night. But if I go to bed hungry, it's never a good thing.
Yeah. No spicy foods, late at night. Don't snack late at night because your stomach's working. And, but there's a lot of tips. And I've learned that all from the sleep lab folks, and they are trained in that. And, you may have sleep apnea. You may have problems that need to be addressed. And that's what they do. They are trained in that. And it really is cool. So if you're having problems sleeping, talk to your doctor and get a referral to the sleep lab.
Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's very cool. So let me ask you a few questions. So I know that some people will try a little glass of wine prior to going to sleep. Is that a good or a bad thing?
Well, we don't like alcohol for our patients because it's a depressant.
Okay.
And it may have that hangover effect. As we all know, one alcoholic beverage in someone over age 65 is like 3 in a younger person. So it's affecting your bladder. It's affecting your brain. I think it does more harm than good.
So it's a negative, probably.
It's a negative for us.
Okay.
Now, we mentioned caffeine. And I will get the words out of my mouth. Do not have any caffeine. Oh, I never do. I never drink coffee at night. No. There's as much caffeine in a cup of chocolate ice cream as there is in a cup of coffee. So if you're having iced tea for dinner, you're having colas, you're having chocolate, that might be enough caffeine. And what'll happen is you fall asleep because your body's exhausted, and then the caffeine wakes you up a couple hours later, and then you are awake.
Yes. And then you're watching TV in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And then you just have to watch till the end of this show. Oh, that next one looks pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
You get into a vicious cycle.
One of the things, sleep machines, is that something that you've ever talked about in your...
The white noise machine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're great.
Okay.
They're great. They block out any noise. They also allow your mind to relax because it gets rid of the noises that are going, all that thought process of, I need to pay bills. I need to clean the house. I need to, tomorrow I've got to do blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, they're great. Also, I a lot of times will recommend that you keep a notepad by your bed with a pencil so that if you wake up in the middle of the night and your brain is just in overdrive and you think, okay, I need to call to make an appointment with my primary care doctor, jot it down, then roll over, but go back to sleep. But you might not be able to read it the next morning,
right?
But you've written it down, and then you'll decipher it eventually. But you've gotten rid of it, so that you don't have to get up, go into the kitchen, find a pencil, a piece of paper, and do that, so that you've gotten rid of. You've purged it out of your thought process. But the noise machines, yes. There's also relaxation techniques to where that you can lay there. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but you will get to where that you can do it in less than a minute, and your body's just completely relaxed. You start with your head, go all the way down to your feet, and then your body, and by the time you get that done, your body is totally relaxed. You're focusing on your breathing, you're relaxed, and it is just, it works.
It does.
It works.
But the idea is you're keeping your brain busy but bored. You're not focusing on stress-related things. You're giving it a task.
Okay.
Unfortunately, most people don't want to do that. They say, give me a pill.
Yeah.
And so we're okay with melatonin, chamomile, valerian, and there's tons of brand names and off-brands that contain these natural things. You want to stay away from over-the-counter sleep aids, and they'll say it's not habit-forming, but it usually contains, here, see, I went to big word school, so here it comes.
Come on.
Diphenhydramine.
Yeah, that's one of them big words.
I actually recognize that word.
As?
A sleep aid. I've seen it on
Benadryl.
I've seen it on packaging.
Right. So it's an antihistamine that makes people drowsy. It's not a sedative and anxiety medicine that is addictive. But yes, people will kind of learn to depend on it. And then they say, why am I so tired during the day? Because it builds up in an older person's system, and then you're tired. Maybe you're a little unfocused. It makes memory problems worse. So again, really know what you're putting in. Have a handle on it. Control it.
So even like a nice glass of chamomile tea prior to going to bed.
There's some
That's
really
not-
good teas out there. You know, there's the some of the sleep aids have a tea.
I've seen Sleepy Time tea.
Sleepy Time
there
tea
it
is
is.
great.
Yeah.
It really is, and the flavor is just really it's kind of a sweet taste. And I want to mention tag on a little bit about the glass of wine. You know, you drink it, it relaxes you. You may go to sleep, but it'll wear off. And when it wears off, then your mind starts going. And then you may have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then you lay back down. And it's maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. You're looking at the clock. And you're getting up in 2 hours. That's a long time to lay there and try to figure out how you can go back to sleep. So,
And it may give you a headache,
and it may give you a headache.
Right.
especially
And
if you
with
do it at night.
And with the Benadryl, if you're taking it and you have to get up and go to the bathroom, you may be a little unsteady on your feet, and you run the risk of falls.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of it might happen. It might. Also, with seniors, I will recommend that they have a nightlight in their bathroom. And even though with the sleep, the bathroom door cracked a little bit, so that if they do happen to get up, they've got their walker, anything like that, and a device to get into the bathroom, clear the path, so that if they do have to, and that's so common, it's common with some of us that aren't seniors,
Right.
that to get up and go in there, that, that they've got a clear path.
Right. Right. Because falls can absolutely alter your entire life.
It can change your life forever.
Yes, you do
It-
not
It
ever
really
want that.
can. I mean, it can just, no pun intended, pull the rug out from under you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So one other question about the sleep. So do you recommend, is it helpful for someone to maybe take a shower or bath prior to going to sleep? Does that help relax you? To have like a nice warm bath or anything like that? Or does that do the opposite?
If it works for you, it's fine.
Okay.
But it's not.
It's a personal preference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that there's like some I think they're lavender like body washes and things like that are supposed to relax you prior to.
Yeah, and there's some sheets that some people weighted blankets, some people sheets.
Do those work, or are those hype? I don't know.
No, they work.
Do
They
they?
do if you. But again, we're in Florida, so I don't know that you'd want a 10, 15-pound blanket on you while you're sleeping, because but they do relax you.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
I've seen those advertised, and I was like, but I couldn't tell. I've never heard of anyone actually utilizing one, so I didn't know if they were more a hype thing or if they actually did work.
They do
So
work.
that's
They use them
interesting.
with children that are hyperactive or autistic on the spectrum.
Interesting.
They work great with those children. They will also work really good with seniors that may have dementia and behavioral problems and stuff, because it calms them. It gives that comforting. And our patients are always cold. I mean, always cold. So that blanket, they're snuggly,
Okay.
So to get them seated in their recliner with their weighted blanket, it just calms them and just snuggles them, and they'll go to sleep.
So this is a complete side note to what we're talking about, but does the weighted blanket help with seniors that have sundowners to utilize that in the evening? No. Okay.
No.
All right. I thought that would be a really interesting side
It
note.
has to do with the brain.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's disappointing.
Probably wouldn't hurt them though, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's clearly a huge problem if you're, especially if you're a caregiver and you're caregiving with someone with sundowners. So I thought that might be a nice little solution for them.
No.
So we've talked a lot about, the vitamins and the supplements, and we know that seniors use calcium quite a bit. So there's two different kinds of calcium, or is there a difference in quality of calcium, or tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, there's a couple different types of calcium. Now, calcium carbonate, it's a natural antacid. So that's what you're going to see in Tums and Rolaids and other antacids. It's also probably the most common over-the-counter calcium. It is constipating. Calcium carbonate is constipating. So people will start taking these and then they're constipated.
Right.
Now, for a few dollars more, calcium citrate. And I don't know how you're going to remember that. Like citrate, like we're in Florida, oranges don't constipate you. I don't know, but however you need to. Citracal is a brand name, but its calcium citrate is much less constipating than calcium carbonate.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Super informative. That's not something I ever knew. So just regular calcium over, the vitamin over the pill is
Again, read the label. What
oh
kind
my
is
goodness.
it? Is it calcium carbonate, which is cheaper?
Right.
Or is it the calcium citrate?
Wow. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I take calcium every day. I'm just wondering if
You don't even know which
I
one
don't
it
even,
is.
I'll be honest with you now.
Yeah. And again, if it doesn't affect you, fine, go ahead.
Right.
Take it. But if it does,
Mm-hmm.
then you say, aha,
Yeah.
I better switch my calcium product.
Right. That is an awesome tidbit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we are getting ready to take a quick break, ladies. We're going to come back in a few minutes after this short break.
At Parrish Healthcare, we believe in our community. We believe in keeping our community safe. We believe in the art of healing. We believe in healing patients, healing families, healing communities. We believe in the best and brightest working together for the common good. At Parrish Healthcare, our team focuses on you as an individual because every life is a work of art to us. Parrish Healthcare, where the art of healing comes to life. Visit parrishhealthcare.com/healthaware for a free health risk assessment.
Hey, Mom, how's the retirement home search coming?
Oh my gosh, I'm just so stressed out. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, why are you so stressed? What's the matter?
I don't know where to find anything. I just need everything in like one place and know what all the options are.
Does the idea of searching for senior housing seem overwhelming and you just aren't sure where to even begin? SeniorLivingGuide.com has great news for you. We offer a one-stop solution to take the stress out of your senior housing search. At SeniorLivingGuide.com, both our statewide Florida edition book and website are created to make your senior housing search very easy for you to navigate. We provide details on communities, including retirement, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and home health, allowing you to decide which best fits your needs and then connecting you directly with those communities. Visit us online at SeniorLivingGuide.com and start your search today and start de-stressing.
At Parrish Healthcare, we believe every life is poetry in motion, motivated by strength and determination. As your bone, muscle, and joint healthcare partners, we believe in blending the art of healing with the science of medicine to keep your body in motion. We believe in healing patients, healing families, and healing communities. For a free orthopedic health assessment, visit parrishhealthcare.com/orthoaware. Parrish Healthcare, where the art of healing comes to life.
All right. Thank you. And we are back with Dr. Pam and Janet. So we were talking right before the break a little bit about the effects of calcium. And so we're going to talk a little bit about iron and its effects on constipation as well. And I think people know, or they think, and sometimes they avoid iron because it has that effect. So tell me a little bit about that. And is there an alternative, or is that something you just kind of have to go with the flow on, per se?
You know, iron is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, do you remember the Ted Mack Original Amateur Hour brought to you by Geritol in the 1960s? You're too young.
I do not, but it sounds familiar. I do know Geritol.
Geritol,
Okay.
in the day, was iron and alcohol.
Oh.
That's what it was made out of. Now, the formulation has changed, but iron is crucial for, healthy blood, iron poor, tired blood,
Right.
anemia.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are prescribed it, or it's suggested, hey, you need to be on some iron. You're not getting enough in your diet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the over-the-counter is ferrous sulfate. It's usually 325 milligrams, and that's what people will say, oh my gosh, I'm so constipated. I can't take iron. Don't talk to me about iron. Don't give me iron.
Right.
There is another big word, Janet, polysaccharide iron. Polysaccharide
Okay.
They call them non-constipating, let's just say much less constipating.
Okay.
And there are things like Niforex is a brand, NU iron is a brand.
Mm-hmm.
They are kept behind the counter in the pharmacy. You have to go up to the pharmacy counter and say, do you have that non-constipating polysaccharide iron? And they will say, yes, we do. Now it's $30 a bottle.
Okay. But it's not a prescription.
It's not a prescription.
Okay.
But they keep it back there, for safety, security.
Right.
And, give it a try. If it works 100% better without the constipating effects, then that's a win for you.
I would have totally done that when I was pregnant.
Okay.
I will tell you, when I was pregnant, they put me on iron and I just didn't do it. I just said, I don't care. I'm just done. So that's awesome. I don't even know if they had that back then, but that is really, that's life altering for some folks, right?
Right, it is. And you see, we're seeing a lot of iron deficiency for a couple of reasons. A general vitamin usually has a little iron in it. A lot of the senior vitamins have taken the iron out because when they first started making them in the 70s, they thought iron was bad for older people and they don't need it. So people aren't getting it in their vitamin, and folks are cutting out what? Red meat. Because of their cholesterol. So nobody's eating liver and onions. Nobody's eating, roast beef. So we see a lot of tired, iron deficient people.
Yeah.
So we try to get them their iron
They
through
need
foods.
it.
Yeah. But then a supplement.
But they already have, I feel like they already have a lot of times they already have constipation issues and different things like that. You don't want to add to it.
Right.
You want them to be comfortable. And this, if you can avoid that, afford the extra price point on that, it's definitely well worth it, I would imagine.
Yeah. And that's a conversation we often have because some people say, well, this product is $4 more. Well, but isn't it worth, 15 cents a day or 30 cents a day more for you to be comfortable? Oh, yeah, I didn't think of it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, we have a list of foods in our office that's iron-rich foods. And, we'll provide that to the caregiver. But, to try to, but it's still not going to replace if the iron is too low.
Right.
You'll get better faster with the supplement. But and all over the internet, you could look up iron-rich foods and they'll tell you some things you didn't, molasses and I want to say strawberries is on the
watermelon.
list. And,
I could do watermelon all day long.
Watermelon, spinach, green leafy vegetables.
And watermelon and spinach together is awesome. It's a good combination.
But, it all depends on what your level is. And but with our seniors, our little frail seniors, they need it.
Bless their little hearts. So speaking of the constipation, so fiber supplements are something that they're definitely taking as well. So that's something you want them to talk to their physician about as well, correct?
Well, we have a starting point, and that's if you have a symptom, figure out why.
Okay.
Is it something as simple as, yes, you need more exercise and more water and more fiber in your diet? If that's not doing the trick, then your doctor might say, you know what, you need a colonoscopy, or we need to do more testing. If they say, yes, you need more fiber and you can't quite get it with your foods, then you look at the fiber supplements. There's a ton of them out there. But what you might not know is what's in them.
Right.
Psyllium, Psyssilum, is a natural plant fiber.
Okay.
It's a living plant. It's a great fiber, but it can cause some gas. So then there's man-made fibers that have a lot less gas. But you'll see those in other things, I believe FiberCon and Benefiber and Citracel are man-made fibers. So again, read the label. Guar gum is another fiber.
And that was really interesting. The guar gum is the thickening they use in ice cream. Now, that doesn't mean you eat a bowl of ice cream and there's your fiber, but hey, I can justify it.
So you'll get some calcium with that too.
There you go. Wow.
The
ice cream, the perfect food. I
hey.
heard it on the radio.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yeah. I watched a podcast. I can eat my ice cream.
Yeah, yeah. So is there something that you recommend one over the other when it comes to a fiber supplement, or just
No, it's what agrees with you.
Okay.
What's easiest for you to take. If you can take a gummy, that's great. If you say, no, I like the taste of such and such liquid, fine.
Yeah. They've really come a long way
Yes.
in the fiber laxatives, because it used to be, stuff you sprinkled on your food and that was your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably, it changed the taste and texture of your food. And now, as you just mentioned, a gummy.
Right.
So that's great that, you've come so far where you could just do that, and it's helpful.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about vitamins, and there's two different types of vitamin D vitamins. So tell me a little bit about what's the difference in a vitamin D, because you think of vitamins, we keep talking about the differences in vitamins, and most people are thinking a vitamin's a vitamin for the most part. But that's clearly, as we keep talking today, that's not the case.
No, and I want to talk a little bit in general is one of the main things you want to know is who made the vitamin? Who manufactured this vitamin? Was it manufactured in the United States under, the strict supervision? A lot of vitamins will say distributed by, and then they'll name a company in the United States. But where were they made? What country did they come from? What are their requirements? So again, read the label. Now, vitamin D has come to the forefront because we always recommended it as part of bone health. But now they're looking at it for immunity, that they're saying people with low vitamin D levels do more poorly with respiratory illnesses, including COVID. It doesn't mean everybody run out and get huge doses of vitamin D and it'll protect you. No, that's not it. But for our patients, we're recommending, let's get your vitamin D level. Let's find out if you're deficient, and let's figure out what you need to take. There's vitamin D2 and vitamin D3.
Okay.
For years, there were, the war raged as far as which was better. They've come to the conclusion they're both about the same. Vitamin D2, it comes from a plant. It's UV light exposed mushrooms. Vitamin D3 comes from sheep, specifically wool.
I had no idea of either
Go
one of
figure
these.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
You never know what you're going to learn when you
I
wake up in the
know.
morning. It's the lanolin.
Okay.
You've heard of lanolin as a moisturizer. That's what's on the sheep's wool. So they shear the sheep, they harvest the lanolin, they do all kinds of processing, and that's your vitamin D3.
Very interesting. Very cool. So is there one that you recommend over the other, or
no,
doesn't
there
really
is
matter?
not.
Okay.
Again, a good solid brand, manufactured in the USA.
Just double check that manufactured in the USA. That's kind of important.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay.
And it will have the seal on the bottle that says that it's from the United States.
Okay. Very nice. Very cool to know. So we've talked a little bit about all these different vitamins that you put inside your body. So let's talk a little bit about the outside of the body.
We get a lot of questions about
about
that.
the outside of the body. So we can talk a little bit about hair and skincare. So I want to know a few of your favorite tips. So before the podcast, we were talking about one that's kind of really cool. And so we'll get to that in a few minutes. But go ahead and just give me a few of your favorite tips and tricks.
Well, I think our key is everything dries up, right, Janet?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have to fix it with moisturizing. So let's start with the hair. I hear a lot, my scalp is dry, my scalp is itchy. Now, when you look at the shampoo, again, you're worth it. A lot of people will buy what's called clarifying shampoo. That's the cheapest. You need moisturizing shampoo, just a good brand that you can trust. And that should restore some of that. Now, some people have different scalp problems. Our Parkinson's patients, and Janet assists with our Parkinson's support group. So she's very knowledgeable. The fellas especially will come in and they have the thick, greasy flakes around their scalp, in their eyebrows, in their beard area. That's called seborrhea. They need a more of a medicated shampoo. Some brands are like Cebulex, the old Selsun Blue. There's some Nizoral, and you try different shampoos and see what works for you.
Now, those products can you get at a CVS or
Yeah.
you
Yes.
can get them anywhere.
over
So
the
they're
counter.
not prescription or super expensive. It's something that they can get at their local drugstore.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it makes a big difference
Mhm.
because that condition is itchy and
Yeah.
flaky.
Yeah. I can absolutely imagine that would
Yeah.
be just something miserable and annoying more than
It is.
anything.
But the big trick is you don't have to use it just on your scalp. For our fellas, you can use it in your beard. You can use it around your eyebrows. Just don't get it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very good. Those are great tips. So, one thing as you age, wrinkles, they unavoidable for
Mhm.
most folks.
Yeah.
I guess some folks not as much as others and some folks more than others.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, do you have a little tip or trick that you can share with us on that?
Well, use a good moisturizing soap
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and use it more than just once a day.
Okay.
Remember, keep your skin clean and moisturized.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to tell them about the lotions?
Yeah, because we've researched this because
Yeah.
there, you could spend hundreds of dollars on
Oh,
anti-wrinkle cream.
absolutely.
Well, back in the day, there was a prescription strength cream called amlactin or lachydrin. It is a 12% fruit acid or lactic acid. Well, it's on every drugstore shelf. It's about $14 for a 12-ounce bottle.
So say that one more time for anybody that didn't catch it the first time.
Okay. You want an exfoliant to take
Okay.
off the dead skin cells. That will help erase the fine lines.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the brand names we like is amlactin, AMLACTIN.
Okay.
Another name is lachydrin.
Okay.
It was prescription only, but it's the 12% fruit acid
And you can get that at
Any of the
CVS,
drugstores.
Target,
everywhere.
Everywhere. It's available everywhere for around $14.
Mm-hmm.
That's a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just like nothing works for everybody, some people put on their face and say, oh, no, I feel it burning. I don't like
Okay.
it. Most people put on, they say, hey, I'm noticing I have less crow's feet. I'm noticing I have less, these other little nasty wrinkles.
I use it and have for several years. And, you'll feel a little bit of tinging.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's working.
Mm-hmm. And you look absolutely amazing.
Oh, I do. I
You
do.
do.
I do.
You're like 110, right?
I'm 85.
No, you look amazing. You both look amazing. So it definitely clearly is working well
Yeah.
for you both.
Yeah.
So, there is another thing I have never tried, but I've heard it can work, but I've never tried it just because I'm not sure it's something I would go for. But hemorrhoid cream, is that something that
She
some of-
loves this. She loves
does
this.
it work? Should you use it? And do people try that?
People do try it. I think
Okay.
it started with the makeup artists off in Hollywood.
Okay.
And just, a little background about hemorrhoid cream. What's in most hemorrhoid creams? Petroleum jelly, mineral oil,
Okay.
shark liver oil,
Okay.
because you've never seen a shark with hemorrhoids, have you?
I'm not sure
You
I've
haven't
noticed.
looked that close.
No,
No.
no.
But it also has essentially a decongestant,
Okay.
phenylephrine,
Mm-hmm.
which, a brand name would be Sudafed,
Mm-hmm.
Afrin nasal spray. Those are decongestants. What do they do? They shrink swollen tissue.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they help the hemorrhoids shrink.
Right.
So a lot of people would look at, the different hemorrhoid ointments, hemorrhoid cream, and they would put it under the little eye baggies
Right.
under your eyes.
I can see where that would work under there.
Yes.
It-
But generally for the face, no, we're not telling people to put it all over their face. And quite
Right.
frankly, I don't recommend people put it under their little eye baggies just in case it would to get in their eyes.
Yeah.
Or especially if they would have something like glaucoma, which is like high blood pressure in the eye. You don't want to add something.
Oh.
And if you read the label
Mm-hmm.
on hemorrhoid cream, it says if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, talk to your doctor before you use this hemorrhoid preparation. Again,
Oh, that's
Read
even, yeah. And nobody does that for the most part.
no, of course not.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that little print.
That's right. But you don't want it on your gravestone for
No.
it to say, like, they used
She
hemorrhoid
died.
cream.
She died from preparation H.
Preparation H under her eyeballs.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be bad.
Or anywhere.
Yeah. Or anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. So, well, that's interesting, and probably just let's not try the hemorrhoid cream under the eyes.
Have you learned enough about those hemorrhoid cream and fiber
Well,
let me comment a little bit about the petroleum jelly. I learned this from the folks at the Wound Center, that if you've got like calluses or rough places on your feet, and who doesn't, rub the Vaseline on your feet, moisturize them with that, excuse me, and put on a pair of socks. After you get out of the shower, do that. Your feet will be just so soft. It works because it will absorb into your body, and it just works. So that right there is just, it's like a miracle.
Well, people are using that because we're washing our hands 100 times a day, and our hands are cracking and drying, and the nails are splitting. So a petroleum jelly, Aquaphor is another thing. The other thing people come to us with is the cracked skin in the legs, and we recommend an apricot scrub. And there's lots of different brands.
I've definitely seen a lot of apricot scrubs. Okay.
It's like wet sand. You put it on, and you could use a long-handled bath puff or scrubby to take that dead skin off. So, and that can help plump up the skin. We always are trying to prevent infection from cuts, especially in our diabetic patients. So we want that skin clean, plump, moist.
Interesting. So I'm going to CVS today. They're going to make a mint off of me.
You're going to be there for an hour.
I'm going to be there for an hour. Yes, getting all these wonderful things.
It's been interesting when we've done some of our presentations in the past. Those products go off the shelf. I mean, they really do. It's like the ladies, most of the ladies, some of the men, but the shelves at CVS, Walgreens, Publix, they're gone.
They're going to see me coming.
Those products are gone. So
So much great information today, ladies. We're actually out of time. Is there any other tips that you wanted to share before we sign off?
I think we've given you so much information.
Thank you.
You're making your shopping list.
Oh my gosh, this was so amazing. All righty. Well, thank you so much. And we will catch everyone next month in October. And it'll be a great podcast when we hit you ladies back up for some more fabulous information for our seniors.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.